Welcome back, everybody, to the San Antonio Spurs, the MyNBA series. Now, I have a bit of bad news for this series in the playoffs going forward, but before we get into that, we are going to just pretend like everything's normal. Damian Lillard dominated us in the first two games. Shaedon Sharpe had 39. Dame Dalla had 38 in game one, as you can see. Should have won that game probably, but we only scored 2 points in overtime. They scored 13. As you can see, we shot fairly well. 33% from three, could have been better. Game two, though, 39% from three, and we only won by 1 point. So it's looking a little dire for us here because it took a amazing shooting game. 51% from the field, 39% from three. D'Anthony Acey had a good game. Victor Wembanyama had 19 and 18. Obviously, he added 6 blocks as well because why not? Joseph Lemire with 19, 2, and 5. He shot about 50% from the field. He struggled, though, from three. Anthony Simons, 16 points there on that one. As we are now going to be looking to change a little bit about this one. We are probably going to keep Joseph Lemire off the bench for now. He's averaging 26 points per game. I think him coming in off the bench has been a very good spark plug for us. I do think him coming off the bench helps us a lot because without that, we're probably going to be looking at a much less offensive boost off the bench. So that's why I think Joseph Lemire right now, probably as of right now, will remain on the bench. The bench is going to be the exact same. The lineup's going to be the exact same as we're looking to head into game 3 here back in San Antonio. But on the other side of things, the Pelicans took a 2-0 lead on the Warriors. Dallas, finally with Luka Doncic returning, they were able to get a win there against the Jazz. As you can see, 146-107, light work there. Luka Doncic in his first game of the series just drops a casual 48, 8, and 7 with 2 steals as well. I mean, he is so overpowered in 2K. The Clippers take a 2-1 lead on the Lakers there. Anthony Davis trying to do everything he can, but LeBron struggling at 40 years old. He's just averaging 10 points per game as they now are down 2-1. The Boston Celtics take down the Hornets 2-1 now, and the Hornets did get a win, obviously, here in Game 3, but I think by 3, LaMelo Ball is playing very well. They have a bright future, but I wouldn't expect them to make too much noise in this year's playoffs. On the other side, Toronto taking down, or the Hawks taking down the Magic there in Game 3. They're now up 3-0. AJ Griffin leading the way for them as that third scorer. And I meant up there, Toronto is 1-2 with Indiana, and the Cavaliers bounce back after their loss to the Pistons in Game 2. But today, we're going to be taking down, or hopefully taking down, the Trailblazers here in Game 3. You're going to see us in our city jerseys. We are now heading to the court here in the AT&T Center, and this stadium is rocking. It's been a while since the playoffs have been in San Antonio, but we've got to actually make some noise. That Game 1 loss should have been a win. The Blazers stole it from us after we were playing so well all game long, and now we really need to get this game back here at our home court as Victor Wembanyama starts the day with a two-handed slam. He is going to need to have a big game today. 7-5 now. Shaedon Sharpe on the transition fast break. He's going to slow it down a little bit there. Tried to tell everybody to settle down. Sharpe now driving in between 2 defenders. He's going to spin and throw it down under, but right in front of Victor Wembanyama. Nothing he could do there. Brandon Miller now going to Gabe Vincent. Vincent's driving on Jones. The Blazers lead by 3 now. Brandon Miller all the way around the screen. He's going to get Jakob Poeltl wide open. D'Anthony Acey had to kind of hedge the screen there, but they still were able to get him open. Now Trey Jones going to go to Anthony Simons. Simons going to drive, spin move, pump fake, nobody moving. D'Anthony Acey now brings it back out. Acey working on Lamont Boyd. He's going to drive, kick it out to Wembanyama in the corner for 3. He hits it. 13-9, make it 18-12. Now the Blazers offense has been very good today. Joseph Lemire now with the crossover, running, stepping back on Shaedon Sharpe right in his face, and he hits the 3. Jay Lemire, a first overall pick, has an amazing three-point shot, and I've been very impressed with him since his injury comeback here in the playoffs. Devin Vassell jumping for no pump fake. Instead, Damian Lillard gets the open 3 in the corner, and that's going to fall. Dame Dalla with the 3, 21-16 now. Trendon Watford goes to Shaedon Sharpe for another 3, and that one falls as well. 24 to 16. Now they're up by 10, 26 to 16. The Blazers come into play here in San Antonio in Game 3. Damian Lillard now driving on Vassell. He's going to go up and through the contact and puts it in. Victor Wembanyama tried to come over and play some help defense, but instead he gets a foul, and that is a and one for Damian Lillard. 29 to 16 now. Trendon Watford's going to go to Nasir Little. Little's running up the court. He's going to settle it down, give it to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe being guarded by Lamir. Not the greatest defender, but Damian Lillard gets wide open, and that is a check the wind three as he hits another one. Dame Dollar with 9 points now. 32 to 16. Joseph Lamir looking for an answer. He hits it. 32 to 19 now, as it is a 13-point game here. The Spurs are trying to find an answer for this Trailblazers offense, but they just continue to get wide open like that. Damian Lillard hitting another one. He's looking at his wrist already, saying it's Dame time. We're now in the second quarter, 37 to 21. Damian Lillard passes out of the shot. He misses it. Capella goes back out to the top. Gabe Vincent pump fakes, hits the three, falling away. Joseph Lamir fell for the pump fake, and now it is a 42, looking for 43. They do miss the free throw, thankfully. They've been shooting perfect all day long. 42 to 21. Trey Jones driving on Lillard. He's going to go out to Joseph Lamir, looking for 11 points in the first half, and he does it. Lamir 3 of 6 from the field so far, as that brings it down 42 to 24 now. Damian Lillard continues to be guarded by Trey Jones. Boyd's going to set the screen. Lillard running into the paint, gives it down to Boyd, who throws it down with ferocity. And that is a big dunk there, 44 to 26, as Joseph Lamir gets rejected by Vincent and Boyd at the same time. Oh, man, the Blazers are winning this one by a ton. Vincent now, 44 to 26. Lillard with the ball. He's going to go to Vincent. Vincent catches and shoots it immediately and hits the three in transition and covered. And that is a big shot, 47 to 28. Now Damian Lillard out to Gabe Vincent around the corner, around the perimeter. Brandon Miller, no good. Capella puts it up and in, 49 to 28. It's now a 32-point ball game here in the second quarter. I don't even really know how to describe my feelings right now. Was not expecting this, to say the least, as Damian Lillard makes it look easy, making the shot right there with Anthony Simons in his face. Former teammates there. Simons has yet to score a point today. Now he's going to get the screen from AC. AC gets it, pulls up at the top of the key, and he hits it. That is our first highlight in a couple of plays there. 53 to 31 now. We're at the midway point about of the second quarter as Gabe Vincent just kicks it out to Brandon Miller. Heavily contested three falls. Now it is 61 to 34. The Trailblazers offense, they just do not miss anything. I mean, some of these shots have been crazy contested, but they still just don't miss them. Jakob Poeltl, heavily contested by Rui Hachimura. He still hits the easy running layup there. 63 to 34. Shaedon Sharpe going to go with the floater and one. Blocking foul on Keldon Johnson, and the Blazers, they're up 65, make it 66 to 34 now, as we are now at the end of the second quarter. 37 or 7 to 41 is your score right now. 30 seconds left. Hachimura is going to go up the court to Jeremy Sochan. Sochan's kind of lost his role in the offense, but we're looking to get him back now. Rui Hachimura gets stripped by Vincent at the half-court line. Now Vincent and hits the layup. 72 to 41. We're looking for something to end this first half on positive. Anthony Simons, he's only got 5 so far in the first half. Going to go to Wemby. Wemby pulls up from 3. He hits it. 12 points for him in the first half, so not too bad for him. But now we're in the third quarter, down 72 to 44. Gabe Vincent has been having the game of his life now as he gets open again. Joseph Lamir left him wide open, and he hits the 3. 75 to 44. He has 12 points in the first half, make it 15 now, 77 to 49. Victor Wembanyama going to drive. He's going to go up for the layup, and it's a scooping in. 16 points for Wemby, 77 to 51 now. Next possession, Jakob Poeltl is going to work on Victor Wembanyama. Goes up. His shot is no good. Gets his own board. Kicks it out to Miller, who's wide open, and hits the 3. Keldon Johnson came in for the rebound, but instead left his man just wide open now. 84 to 53. Joseph Lamir's going to throw it down with some ferociousness down there, running down court. But they're still down 30 points. Despite that, Tough dunk there. Damian Lillard fading, heavily contested three is good. Victor Wembanyama was right in his face. Now 91-58 for the Spurs. They're trying to just get it down as much as you can. D'Anthony Acey gonna pull up from three on the fadeaway. That is an 11-point game for him. 11-2-3 now as we're right around the third quarter. Brandon Miller, 93-64, a 29-point ball game. Damian Lillard coming off the screen. He's going to pull up. His shot is blocked by Anthony Simons and Victor Wembanyama. Wemby is going to throw it down in transition. And that would be a 93-66 score as we went into the fourth quarter, but make it 95-68 now. About 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. Campaign off the screen from Trendon Watford. You know it's over when Campaign starts hitting fadeaway threes on your defense. 98-68 now. Joseph Lemire, he's got 19. Make it 22. He has been reliable today. I hate that we're wasting a big game like this from him as Trendon Watford misses the corner three. Capella with the rebound. Campaign passes it around to Nasir Little. Hits the three and fouled. It's a 4-point opportunity for the Blazers. Now as they are up 101-71, they're going to bring Shaedon Sharpe back onto the court here. And it is going to be a lot of celebrations here for the Trailblazers, as that pretty much is probably going to be the dagger, if we're being honest. But, I mean, it's not like it was really ever close in the first place, so that was just a dagger of a game that wasn't even close at all. 102-71, though. He did hit the free throw. Joseph Lemire going to bring it up the court for us. He's got 22. Oh, Campaign sagging off, and Lemire, he's going to shoot another one. He hits at 25 for him. He has led the way today for the Spurs on offense. 102-74. Anthony Simons guarding Sharpe. It's going to go to Campaign. Payne going to get a screen from Watford again. Lemire doing everything he can to get around it. Instead, Sharpe's going to get it, pass it out to Little again, who hits the three. And, I mean, they just do not miss anything. 105-74 now. 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. We're on a bit of a bender here. Joseph Lemire working on Campaign. He's going to pull up in his face, and he hits it again. 28 for Lemire now, 106-81. Lemire later in the fourth quarter, he's got the ball again. He's running around the screen, step back three. He's going to pull up, heavily contested, but it's good. That gives them 31 on the day. Now 3:50 remaining. Shaedon Sharpe spin move running by Trey Jones up and around Joseph Lemire. 110-84 now, 115-86. The Spurs just can't get close. They have tried their best. Not been able to get close. Gabe Vincent gets open in the corner. Why not hit another one? 118-86 now, and we are now in the final seconds of this one. Man, wasn't expecting a game like this. Brandon Miller hits a heavily contested shot. Oh, man, I was not expecting this at all. We were very close in the first two games, overtime, and then a 1-point win. And Portland just showed today why they are a 2 seed. They won this one, and they dominated this one. 122-86 is your final. But I did think we saw some positive things there in that second half. The Blazers' defense or offense, they slowed down a lot in the second half. I mean a lot. We know how it is. They were shooting amazing in the first half. Joseph Lemire had 31, 3 and 4, a steal. And only one turnover. Victor Wembanyama had 27-11, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers though. Everybody else was kind of bad. Rui Hachimura 0 of 5, Keldon Johnson 2 of 10 from the field. We needed some more offensive help, and they just couldn't come through today. I mean, a lot of these players don't have playoff experience. Damian Lillard 28, 2 and 2. Gabe Vincent had 22, 4 and 6. Shaedon Sharpe had 21, 5 and 6, and Brandon Miller had 20 as well. As you can see, they shot 40% from the 3 and 51% from the field. We shot 43% from the field and 33% from 3. So not a great recipe for success, just considering how great the Trailblazers shot the ball, especially in that first half. They came down back to earth in the second half, but in that first half, they were shooting like a solid, I would say like 67% from 3 in that first half, and that was just, you can't sustain that obviously, but they did it for long enough that it caused us to lose the game or basically get down by way too many points to even have a chance to come back. Obviously, you don't want to shoot 54% from the free throw line either. That would have gave us another 7-6 points there. You're looking at a much closer game if we just shoot our averages there. But they heavily dominated the offensive boards. They had a few more assists than we did. They had a bit more bench points than we did, about 14 more. So I do think that it's not all said and done for us, but I think that it's going to be tough for us to bounce back for this one. But we're going to have to do it. And in Game 4, we'll see what happens. I'm going to simulate it and see, because I don't want to play every game of every series usually, because I think that could become too easy. So we're going to simulate Game 4 and see exactly what happens. And unfortunately, Game 4 didn't go to plan. We lost the game. We're now down 3-1. We lost 116-109. Victor Wembanyama had 27. KJ had 24. Devin Vassell with 16. A lot of these guys do a whole lot better simulation-wise than I play with them. There's certain players I just can't shoot with that well. Devin Vassell's one of them usually. But that puts us down 3-1 in the series. And you all know how dire a 3-1 series lead can be, especially in the first round. The Clippers, though, they're up 3-1 on the Lakers. And as you can see, they get that win there in Game 5, or Game 4, I guess. Yeah, Game 5. A gentleman's sweep there for the Clippers. On the Eastern side of things, we'll look at the Mavericks, I guess, first as they come back from 2-0 and take a 3-2 lead. On the Eastern side of things, the Celtics, gentlemen sweep the Hornets. The Raptors force a Game 5 or Game 6 with the Pacers. The Hawks sweep the Magic there 4-0. Surprising 6-3 upset there. And the Cavs, they get a win over the Pistons in 5. A very easy series for them. They did lose one game. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than that, but unfortunately it was not. And unfortunately for us, in Game 5 or Game 4, Anthony Simons suffered a right ankle sprain. So Simons is going to miss the remainder of the season, which is just the playoffs, obviously. And that's going to be a big mishap for us. Trey Jones is going to be our starting point guard still. Joseph Lemire will be getting the start at the shooting guard position. Keldon Johnson, DeAnthony Acey, and Wemby off the bench. We'll still have about the same. Vassell, Sokan, Hachimura, and Malachi Branham, as well as Naz Reid coming off the bench for us there. So I do think we can still win this without Anthony Simons. He hasn't been playing that well for us anyways offensively. But I think it's going to be very, very tough for us to come out of here with a win. And we're going to have to play our A game if we want a chance to win here. Back in Portland, down 3-1. Both of these teams are playing very hard, but the Trailblazers offense so far has proved to be too much for our defense. They have been shooting at an outstanding clip. So we're going to look today to see if we can end that, as Victor Wembanyama and Clint Capella are going to head off on the tip-off end. The Trailblazers are going to win it. So Gabe Vincent now going to bring it up the court. He is getting a start over Damian Lillard once again. Vincent doesn't take long for him to shoot a long-range three. No good there. Trey Jones now running in transition after the shot. He's going to bring it back. Victor Wembanyama leading the NBA in rebounds per game this season, as Trey Jones is going to run the screen pick and roll with him. Jones going to kick it down to Wemby, starting the day with a slam, exactly how last game started for us. And that one didn't end up too well. So hopefully that's not a sign of things to come now. 2-0. Gabe Vincent working on with Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe gets it around the screen. The pass is almost stolen. Instead, Sharpe's going to get it. Drive, kick it to Vincent. Vincent for three. He hits it. An odd range of events there now. 6-4. The Blazers leading us. Victor Wembanyama behind the back, driving. Puts it over two defenders. He has 6 points early here, 3 rebounds as well now. Joseph Lemire in transition, running up the court, driving. He's going to kick it to Wemby. Wemby on the left side, pulls up and hits the three. He said he is not playing any games today. That is 9 points for him in the first quarter alone. Keldon Johnson pulls up from 3 and hits it. That is a big shot there. 16-15 here, about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. As you can see, the Blazers have been very very good so far, but I mean, it's not like they've been crazy good like they were in game 1. 16-15, Vincent gets open for a split second, and that's all he needs. Trey Jones tries to stop him, but he hits the long-range 3. Now 22-16, trying to pull away. Victor Wembanyama step back between the legs, and he hits the 3 again. What a shot by Wemby. 22-21 now. Lillard's going to go to Pirtle. Pirtle up and around 2 defenders. Jeremy Sochan trying his best here, but that was a tough assignment there. 24-21 now for the Spurs, trying to get back into this one, or trying to get their lead back into this one. It's only a 3-point game, so it's not dire or anything here in the first quarter. Sochan's going to get it down low. He's going to kick it out to Wemby. Out to the corner, Hachimura doesn't hesitate and hits the 3. That's when you know you just need to let that thing fly when Victor Wembanyama passes it into the corner for you. 24-24 now. Lillard fadeaway, heavily contested by Jones, but it's a little late as he hits the 3 now. Devin Vassell on the next possession, running around 2 screens. He's got Lemire setting the screen for him. DeAnthony Acey going to set the screen for Lemire, stepping to the side, and the mid-range shot is good. He has struggled in his first game back, starting now. Lemire driving, or Shaden Sharp, I can't pronounce his name, driving and putting the layup in over Keldon Johnson. Now 36-32 in the second quarter. Sharp around a couple of screens. He's going to get into the paint, through the contact, and one with the left hand. A light foul there, but they're going to give it to him. And that's going to set him up with a 5-point lead now, 39-34. Trendon Watford, a back scratcher there as he slams it in off the pass from Shaden Sharp. Now Joseph Lemire going to go to Rui Hachimura. Hachimura lets it fly again from 3. He's got 8 so far. Going to be a big opportunity for us to re-sign him in the offseason now. 43-45. Devin Vassell and the Spurs with a chance to tie it or take a lead now. Vassell driving on Nasir Little. He's going to step back, pull up from 3. He hits it. Devin Vassell, 14-6 run for the Spurs here in the second quarter. Vassell now on the next possession, 46-45, shooting again, and he hits it again. Vassell heard me talking how I can't really shoot with him, as Gabe Vincent's layup is no good. 49-45, Lemire in transition, bringing it back a little bit, slowing it down now. Devin Vassell off the screen. He wants to shoot again, heavily contested, but it's good again. Vassell with 3 straight shots and makes for us. That's going to give us a solid lead there as we are now in the third quarter, 52-45. Victor Wembanyama with the layup. He's got 20 and 11. Wemby has been so consistent for us on the season, but the reason you don't really see him a lot is because a lot of his points are just layups or dunks in the paint. Now Brandon Miller off the screen starts the second half with a response and a big 3-point shot there. Now Devin Vassell almost gets stripped. Instead, Rui Hachimura gets it back, misses the 3. Wemby up and back in off the offensive rebound. He's got 22 now. 58-51. Shaden Sharp going down to Capella. Capella kicks it back out to Boyd. Back around the perimeter. Vincent left open by Vassell, and he hits the 3. Very bad decision to help off of Gabe Vincent, as he has been very hot in this series now. And Joseph Lemire, he struggled today, 8 points. Now Victor Wembanyama hits the long-range 3, 28-12 for him. And that is a 64-54 ball game. Keldon Johnson lets it fly from the corner. And they're hitting everything now. 13-point lead. Make it 10 again. Jakob Poeltl on the Blazers trying to get back into it. Damian Lillard almost has his pass stolen. Jeremy Sochan jumped it. Lillard instead, a spin move, fading backwards 3, and that is good. Dame Dalla doing everything he can to keep the Blazers in it. Now 72-63, a 9-point lead for the Blazers. Trey Jones going to run the transition with Wemby. Puts it up and in with the left hand. He's got 33 now and 15 now. Victor Wembanyama working on Jonas Valanciunas. Is he any match? It's going to be a spin move, pump fake, up and through the contact. A tough shot there for Victor Wembanyama. But he's got 35 now. Wemby driving on Valanciunas, falling back. He's going to kick it to Keldon Johnson. Johnson getting the screen, step back, wide open. 3 is good. He's got 13 now, and he has been very reliable. We're in the fourth quarter now, 82-65. Brandon Miller running around the screen from Hachimura. No good. Capella with the rebound. Sharp pump fakes. Trey Jones caught sleeping, and Gabe Vincent gets a 3 there. Jones was watching Sharp, thinking he was going to shoot the shot, but instead it is a 3-point shot for Gabe Vincent. Now Victor Wembanyama Driving on Capella, kicks it to the corner. Lemire looking for his first three of the day. He hits it, 11 for him and 10. He now has his first double-double in the playoffs. Joseph Lemire as a rookie, 87-73. So the Blazers trying to come back with it. They have struggled in that first half. Now in the fourth quarter, they're trying to come back. It is a 14-point ball game. Lemire looking for an answer here. That one's good again. 2 back-to-back threes for Joseph Lemire. 90-75 now. Trey Jones working with Wembanyama. He's going to kick it to him in the paint. Wemby through the contact and one. Give him a big 37. He can make it 38 here, and he does. 38 and 16 for Victor Wembanyama. Now we're focusing really on getting him that big 44-point game if he can break into number 2 on the Spurs' all-time playoff scoring leaders. Brandon Miller, a step back mid-range, can't fall. The Blazers' offense just fell off the tracks here in this second half. Now Joseph Lemire going to Wembanyama. Gabe Vincent's guarding him. They're going to double-team him now. Wemby not passing out of it, pushing through the contact. He's got 42 now and 19-point positive plus or minus as Wemby hits the free throw. Now 43 points now for him, 98-79, 3:54 on the clock. He misses the second one, though, as this pass is almost stolen on the next Blazers possession. Jakob Poeltl gets it, though. He corrals it, works on AC Vincent. Jab step, he's going to run around the screen and kicks it down to Poeltl, who goes up and through the heavily contested contact by AC. Now 98-83. They get it down to 15 now. Joseph Lemire, can he do it behind the back? Step back on Sharp, puts it up and in, and Joseph Lemire, the dagger. If it wasn't over, it is now. Victor Wembanyama does hit another free throw here with 38 seconds left to get 44 on the day, but Joseph Lemire dribbling out the clock. 102-87 will be your final, as we are now a tie or a game away from tying the series, but that is where the bad news comes in. 102-87 is your final there. Shaedon Sharpe dapping up everybody. That's where the bad news comes in, unfortunately, guys. So 2K, for some reason, has an issue where whenever I click a different series to look at the statistics, I think that it's going to start at the top with view box score like it would normally do. Instead, it jumps right down to simulate the round. And we're going to look at some statistics here, but I accidentally simulated the round entirely, and we did win the series 4-3, but I don't want that to be how we get into the second round. So, unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a bitter end of the first playoff run in, this series as a whole. It's kind of scuffed, but I'm going to force the win for the Clippers, and I don't want to win a playoff series by simulating. So I'm going to give the Clippers the win. I sincerely apologize, guys. I did not mean to do it, and I hope that you guys can kind of forgive me for that and continue to support and watch this series because it's been a lot of fun to make the videos for this series, and I hope that each and every one of y'all can understand where I'm coming from when I say I didn't want to, I didn't want to win just by simulating. So the Clippers are going to take us down officially 4-1 in the second round. Kind of a bummer end after a big win like that, but what are you going to do? The Pelicans and the Clippers are in the conference finals for the Western side, and Paul George, he's going to win the Western Conference Finals MVP, 85 overall, but 21 points per game, shooting very well from the field, 45% from the field and 45% from three. Also, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, about 2 steals, and basically a block per game. Very good for Paul George at 35 years old, as he is finally leading a team to the finals without Kawhi Leonard, surprisingly, in the Eastern Conference Finals. He's going to go to Jason Tatum there. He's a 93 overall, and he has been very good for the Celtics in this series. 34 points per game. He led them to the conference finals last year. They weren't able to get over the hump, but 34 points per game, 7 assists, and 10.5 rebounds, as well as a steal and a block per game there for both sides. Now, the Celtics and Clippers take on each other in the NBA Finals. The Eastern Conference looking for a second straight win in the finals, and the Celtics take them down in 6. Not a bad performance by the Clippers, though. They've got some young talent on that team. They've also got some veterans, so we'll have to see how they bounce back. As you can see, though, Cavs swept the Lakers last year, and this year Another Los Angeles team gets in, but they lose in 6, and that is going to be how this episode ends. I really apologize, guys, for my issues. Or for my mistake there. I hope you guys will kind of move past that and be able to watch this series, but if not, I completely understand, and I really do apologize that I made that mistake. So I thank you all for watching this one. I hope to see you all next episode in the draft, and then we'll get into the offseason, and we may end up, maybe or maybe not, just simulating for this series so I can start a new one on NBA 2K24 and actually devote a ton of time to that series. So let me know what you guys think of that idea. That would be probably in a couple of weeks as I'm starting school, but I will be posting an update video for all of y'all to see. So hopefully that goes smoothly, and I thank you all for watching this one. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I thank you all so much for the support, and I'll catch each and every one of y'all next time. I hope everybody has a great day. Adios.